Matchup we have tonight, Greg in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now Edwards. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Miami no good on that time either. For the three, they get it again. Out to Edwards. This one for three. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. For Miami, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Hero from long range. Rebound, Minnesota.
Limited success for them early on here, but don't expect that to continue.
The shot by McDaniels, no good.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Foul for three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
An elite shooter from downtown. The defense has to chase Powell off that line whenever he's got the rock.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Heat have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Powell outside. Mitchell kicks to Hero. Off target from outside. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 13-4. Oh, what a play! Woo!
Timeout. Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Miami. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. The Heat trail by 10. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back over to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Powell, the pass to Hero. A three-pointer, Wiggins. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I'll tell you what, how easy does Wiggins make the game look? I mean, in the flow, excellent stroke from distance. It's fun to watch.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And Miami making a change here. Larson's checked in. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Julius Randle. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Edwards. And Bones Island subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh, high effort play by Hero, running the floor to finish the fast break strong.
The 17-footer, and it's good, 2 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
The Heat trail by 10. 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jaquez can't hit. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the 76ers.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
Here's Larson. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Up top, Highland. He's covered by Hero.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
1 second separating the shot clock in game. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Hero, one of those guys in the league that can nail free throws with his eyes closed.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. To the wing right side. Here's Highland. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those 3s early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Timberwolves on top, up 10. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And having a star in Anthony Edwards, Clark, with so much confidence, what kind of impact does that have for the Wolves?
Well, it's huge. I mean, he wants the pressure of carrying the team, and with his outgoing nature and skill set, that mentality, I think, permeates the team and gives it great confidence.
Jonas is out there with Powell. Then it's Khalil Ware. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Larson in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu. Dosunmu's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. And for the Heat, they're shooting 43% from the field. Out left to the wing, here's Ware. A three-pointer is right on target. Ware's got 5.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Highland's shot is good.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions. The defense may have given him that one. Based on the results, you see why.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Highland's got 7 points for the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Davion Mitchell comes in for Jonas. McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Bones Highland. Doubled by Reed. Mitchell, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence that can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Edwards, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Heat trail by 18. Mitchell is doubled. In the corner, Powell with it. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Powell's got 5.
Powell's ability to knock down shots off these kind of passes makes him extremely dangerous.
And Edwards slams it in.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that. And he continues to put in work in the paint.
Miami's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Well, year after year, Clark, we continue to see Anthony Edwards increase his scoring.
Yeah, and I like the fact that his efficiency has gone up as well, Kevin. That's a nice combination. Scoring going up and efficiency improving, and that's a problem for sure for the rest of the league.
The Heat trail by 19. Outside, Adebayo. Powell outside. And there's the drive. The shot off that time. Randall with some nice D. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
The Heat have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Powell outside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Minnesota leading by 18. And Edwards launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Edwards got 30.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch, that's for sure.
It's stolen by Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Pass to Adebayo.
Get there, get there.
Mitchell outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota, and his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, get ready for some high RPM and amazing stunts from
Hey, everybody. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
I think for the Timberwolves, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Heat.
They've looked weak defensively. If you got any pride, they need to show it soon.
Yeah, they're serving up a buffet inside, and the other team's going for seconds and thirds.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And Minnesota has possession. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
How about the instincts on the defensive side from Randall? Excellent job there of getting the steal.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. McDaniels against Powell. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
And Miami shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Powell for 3, makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
The get back at you triple by Powell. Remember now, he's about a 40% three-point shooter over his career.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Edwards, good.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
You know what time it is, Heat fans. Make some noise for your Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
Let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Heat. Double team on Adebayo. On the wing, Wiggins. To Adebayo. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence.
Oh! My goodness. You can see how Edwards has really developed and worked on his handle. It's become a strength of his game.
Miami's on 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Hero passes to Mitchell. Good. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Good on the triple. Edwards got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Minnesota. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. The kick out to Adebayo. Pass to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Spectacular move. Wiggins' elevation, body control, strength, elite across the board.
Edwards dishes to Randall. Back to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Hero, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Over Gobert. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Edwards against Hero from 18 feet away. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Boy, he's been a monster this quarter, carrying the load for sure.
And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for Miami. Wiggins passes to Hero. Misses the three. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards, that's good.
He's been incredible tonight, seemingly scoring at will, really powering his team forward.
Pass to Adebayo. Wiggins left side. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Wiggins has got his third basket of the night.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. But And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Bam Adebayo is out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Larson in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Highland passes to Clark. Now here's Dosunmu. D right on him. From 13, Jaquez with the rebound. To the paint. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. And once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banked home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Here's Adebayo. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Minnesota calls timeout. Group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Randall's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Edwards in for Highland. Mitchell against Edwards. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Edwards got 55.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Mitchell outside. Loads it up for Adebayo. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Pass to Shannon. Back to Edwards. Now here's Randall. Outside Edwards. Hits it again. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Pass to Adebayo. That one good for 2. That's now 8 points for Bam Adebayo.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside. And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
The drive by Mitchell. It's stolen by Randall. Stolen by Mitchell. Count that one. 1:49 left here in the fourth quarter. Lets it go from the wing. And good! He hits it again.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. Pass to Hawkins. To the middle. And Adebayo throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. It's been all Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Hits the three-point bomb.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Mitchell looking it over. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Right side, Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Again, what an avalanche!
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony.